I appreciate that Don Lemon did in fact get arrested, so we'll see where this goes. But I don't understand how the left, melting down about this, does not understand that just because you put a camera on you, have somebody film you doing something, doesn't mean that you can commit crimes because of it. Don't film yourself committing crimes and then go, well, I'm doing journalism. No, you're committing the crime. Don Lemon was committing the crime of being a part of that, what do you even call that? Trespassing, agitation, disruption of the church service. He knew about it beforehand. He talked about how they need to make people like uncomfortable and disrupt things, that's part of the freedom to protest. He totally indicated his intent to do that in talking about it beforehand. He was obviously in on it with it. He was instigating it with how he was interviewing people, and the pastor's in the middle of a church service. Okay, going in with the people committing the crime, being there, disrupting that service, going up and participating in the disruption by doing that interview. That's all just a part of the crime. You don't get to be a part of the crime and then go, you're a journalist. That's absurd. That'd be like if everybody in there who was, I don't want to call them agitating and breaking the law, it'd be like if they all just claimed that, if they all just had their phones out and claimed that they were just journalists covering what was happening.
You guys, I wanted you to know I'm going to have to hop off here and surrender to agents as a member of the press. I filmed the church protest a few weeks ago, and now I'm being arrested for that. It's hard to understand how we have a constitution, constitutional rights, when you can just be arrested for being a member of the press.
Like, that would obviously be absurd, but he's trying to hide under this. Oh, he was just doing journalism. And then the propaganda, the spin of the left is like, oh, this is an attack on free speech. It's such BS propaganda. Like, you know what attacks and undermines free speech? The media just creating lying spins about all kinds of things. The media undermining what is true is like one of the most fascist, dictatorship, authoritarian things that could be done. The DNC and the left-wing media are hand in hand. Were hand in hand when Biden was in the presidency. They're still hand in hand doing massive spin on stories where you've got video. You can see it yourself. And they come up with totally false narratives and don't backpedal, don't correct themselves, don't care. It's absurd. Like, that is the worst thing. Like, what Joseph Goebbels, the propagandist for the Nazis, like, he'd probably be impressed by the left-wing media's spin on things. To destroy what is true and spin it to convince people to believe lies is as or more destructive and goes part and parcel with corrupt authoritarian dictatorship, socialist, communist governments, because that's what they do, and that's what the left is after. So, glad to see he got arrested. I hope there's real consequences, because if there's not, more people are going to be emboldened to pull that kind of crap. So, needs to be slammed down on hard. So I'm hoping for that. And, yeah. Some justice. Finally, some arrests, man. Arrest more criminals. Come on, Trump, arrest more criminals. Waltz and Frey and Ilhan. I want to know where Ilhan got those tens of millions of dollars, that 20 or 30 million dollars all of a sudden that her and her husband got. I want to know about that. Waltz and Frey and their seditious crap, fomenting the violence in Minneapolis. Come on, let's get some more arrests in there. Get some more justice. Not social justice, not Marxist justice. No, good old real justice where crimes are being committed and there's punishments being meted out for them. Law and order. Law and order helps us have a free country, and I want more of a free working America for everybody. That'd be cool. Less of this corruption. There's always going to be some corruption, but man, if corruption loses a little bit with Don Lemon being arrested today. So that's something. Appreciate seeing that. Please like and subscribe if you want to hear more about my opinions on whatever, and I'll see you next time.